Hello, I am Jūratė. I'm the lecturer of Vytautas Magnus University and also the director of Boston English Academy UK.
Hello, I'm Anne and I work for Faith Action, and I did the original research that developed the Creative English programme. And today what we're going to be talking about is comparing Creative English with the academical English programme and looking at how those things actually impact students. So first, just to explain a bit about Creative English. So it was developed through participant-led research and is targeted at people who have few or no English language skills. It's a drama-based methodology, so very participatory, and it is run with adult migrants in the UK who want to improve particularly their spoken English so they can engage with facilities and community events as they wish. So although it's used with lower levels, it can be applied with higher level students and in the teaching of other languages. In contrast with traditional learning approaches, Creative English is very much about fun. It is full of games. Our tagline is "Laugh your way to confident English," and also role play, focusing particularly on improvisation and rehearsing situations and trying out language for things that you actually need in life. The fun helps people to relax, to lower their affective filter, and makes it easier to build a rapport between the teacher and the students and for people to learn more rapidly. The scenarios involve elements of things like drilling, but it's done through games, so it's fun, and therefore it actually helps people pick up the language that they need for everyday situations. In the UK, it's run across the country in different settings because it's proved to be effective and popular with learners, particularly in building confidence and particularly in helping people make the leap between using English in the classroom and actually using English in the situations that they face in the outside world. There's obviously a benefit in sharing this type of practice more widely, particularly because the drama-based methodology helps address people's understanding of the cultural aspects of the UK at the same time, and also gives them understanding of systems and processes that they might have to negotiate in the language they're learning, and therefore it becomes much more of a whole person approach to language learning. So we ran training at the Boston English Language Academy for their team to be able to deliver the programme. How did you find that, Jūratė?
Oh, it was a very lovely experience. It was a new experience for our students because previously we studied academical English program, and it was something new, Creative English program, and you could see students had lots of fun. We took part in different activities. So we acted out, we played games, and students really enjoyed it. Thank you very much.
So it's very much in Creative English about everyday situations. So things like visiting the doctor, going to a job agency, sorting out a problem in Citizens Advice, or taking something back to the shops. So it's very, very practical, and students can see that practical link between with their actual lives. It also uses a social learning approach, which builds students' confidence as they make friends. They broaden their social network, which is really important in terms of integration. And it allows students to bring in skills and experiences before they have perfect fluency in the language, because as it's drama-based, people are using all their communication skills as well as their words, which makes it much easier for people to share, and there to be a real mutual sharing of experiences between the learner and teacher in a much more equal and accessible way, regardless of language ability at that point. Making it relevant is really important, and As you can see here, you've got some pictures from Boston English Academy. We've got a hairdresser's scene, we've got a doctor's scene. When people get on their feet and actually move away from the desks, it's a lot easier for people to access things that they've learnt and to use the language in a much more natural and fluent way than if they just focus on a role play, sat at desk. So as part of sort of Faith Action facilitating this, we gave training to the lecturers and support on the programme delivery, encouraging them to use interactive teaching strategies in the sessions, and also to see the value of creativity in foreign language teaching, and to see the real benefit on student engagement and their capacity to learn. And this game here, so we can see a balloon game, which was particularly good for getting people to relax, because once you relax, your mind is most easily able to absorb the language that you're trying to do. And where people might initially feel self-conscious, this really breaks that down very quickly when you start with games.
And now I would like to introduce a blended method that was introduced at Boston English Academy in 2021 and 2022, aiming to compare two different methods and get a more comprehensive understanding of the needs of the ESOL learners. An attempt is being made to answer whether the Creative English program is more or less effective than the academic English program. The research questions were based on the students' linguistic experience at the sessions of the Creative English program, which was applied at the Boston English Academy in 2019, 2020, and 2021. And the academic English program, which was previously used for the teaching migrant communities in Boston, UK. The study aims to explore the perceptions of 28 migrant students who enrolled in the ESOL courses at the Boston English Academy and studied according to the Creative English program and the Academic English program. A quantitative methodology was used by applying a questionnaire survey method to get a closer insight into how the students' attitudes toward the Creative English and the academic English teaching approaches would make the learning more effective and influence the students' English language skills. Some semi-structured interviews were developed. Now you could see nationality, education, employment status, and the gender of participants. Nationalities, mainly it was Lithuanian students, Lithuanian nationalities, also Latvian and Russian-speaking nationalities. Employment, most of the students were full-time employed and some self-employed and part-time employed, some housewives. Education is mainly it's college education, some non-finished university, secondary school education, and most of the participants were females, but also we had males. Age of participants varied, but you could see that different groups of participants were in the ESOL sessions. Mainly 45, 55 middle-aged students took part in ESOL courses, but also we had young students as well. Figure 3 shows teaching approaches to improve speaking. So what teaching approaches improve speaking is mainly Creative English program. It is fun games. It's in blue, and in red you could see acting out and real life situation is also Creative English program. Also other different skills as homework, grammar, and reading and retelling. They said that for some students improve their speaking skills. Now figure 4, teaching approaches to improve reading. Reading skills, of course, reading, retelling, discussing helped to improve reading skills. So both Creative English and Academic English programs were applied. And also students mentioned that homework tasks, which is academic English program, help them to improve their reading skills. Now figure 5 shows that what teaching approaches help to improve writing skills. Most of the students mentioned that grammar and writing help them to improve writing skills. It is academic English program. And also they mentioned that homework tasks help them to improve academic English skills. Some students mentioned that you can see in navy blue color that fun games and creative activities help them improve also writing skills. Now you can see the chart which shows what helped to improve students' listening skills. 20% of the students mentioned that listening skills help to improve, of course, listening. And some students mentioned, about 12% of the students mentioned that acting out and real life situations help them to improve their listening skills. So you can see that both the programs is creative English and academic English program help them to improve listening skills. And vocabulary, also you could see that different teaching approaches help to improve vocabulary, including fun games, listening, review tests, acting out, grammar, reading, and homework. In this chart, you can see effectiveness of teaching approaches. So in blue color, you can see which teaching approaches were the most effective. So fun games, dialogues, group work presentations, grammar rules and exercises, listening, flashcards, home reading and retelling, revision, live discussions, and homework. You could see that the most what the students liked is dialogue and fun games, also grammar rules and exercises. And you can see here which teaching approaches have been effective in learning the language. The last question was, what creative English activities have you liked the most in your English session? And the students answered that they liked flashcards, they liked round circle game, they liked real life situations, they liked balloon game and clapping hand. You could see that different games were favored by different students. And the question was, would you like to continue creative English sessions? And the students answered yes, they would like to study blended mode, creative English and academic English. So this chart shows that students like creative English sessions, but also they think that academic English sessions help them to improve their English language. So blended modes were the most popular one. And what teaching program were the most useful for achieving better results? And you could see that both creative English and academic English blended method was favored by most of the students. And we've got conclusion. So in order to meet the needs of ESOL learners, it is essential to create an environment and it has great cognitive benefits, and applying creative and academical English methods could help learners to improve their different language skills. And you've got here the link, and you can later try to watch this creative teaching activities, and we hope that they will help you to make your lessons more interesting and have fun with your students. Thank you so much for watching us and for our presentation. We hope that you liked it and we hope that it was useful.
Thank you for watching.